Resolution 15.
Be it resolved that ABP lobby the Alberta government to provide high-speed internet to rural Alberta via the SuperNet highway.
Okay, the mover.
John DeGroot, Zone 1.
And your seconder?
Gerald Mazer.
Gerald, okay. Make sure you speak close to that microphone just so we get the...
Now, the government did a great job of bringing the SuperNet to the schools and the libraries around the province, but it seemed to slow down a bit when it got to the rural areas. It's not reliable, or it's slow, and when they're expecting the province to do a lot more work via the internet. So the intent of this is to make it viable for companies to provide the ability for people in rural to get good, reliable, high-speed internet, not to pay for it, so just so that general rural areas don't have trouble accessing it.
Okay. The seconder? Seconder waves. In opposition?
Stuart Thiessen in opposition. Again, I'm going to make much of the same arguments as we did before, but this is a much bigger ticket item. When the government puts out money, they've made it very clear they're going to require something of you. Now, if you have internet to your house, what do you want to report on your cattle? Like, you've just opened a huge door. They're going to say, well, we've invested, I don't know, $500 million. We've got to get a return. So again, it's very much like asking for a subsidy. Once you ask for a subsidy, the government feels you owe them a return. The U.S. has shown that clearly now. They're getting into the businesses as soon as they help out. I just want you to think about, answer the question. Now that I have internet, the government will require me to...
So Stuart, as an aside, are you kind of worried like that Wagner fellow that you might not get a bonus? Okay. Okay, the debate has been opened. So is there anyone else who wishes to speak on the issue? Rob?
Rob Somerville, Zone 5. I would speak in favor of this resolution. I think it's incorrect to assume that government won't impose things on us if we don't ask for anything. They're going to impose stuff on us anyways. And we need high-speed internet.
Okay. Was in favor? Anyone else wish to speak? Pat?
I don't know if I've got a point of information or a question. At one of our zone meetings, a municipal councillor from the MD of Provost told us that within 2 years, TELUS planned to offer high speed through their existing towers. And so they were, as a county, were planning to do that, and now they've put it on hold because it's coming anyway in 2 years now. I don't know if anybody has more information on that than I do, or whether it's just a rumor. But.
Are you here to add some information? Because I have someone else. Is that for information or debate? This is debate. Okay, I think the gentleman here in the blue, Mr. Caillou, sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. There is no connection to this resolution with alms. If you read it, it's just a resolution asking for high-speed internet. So we don't have to discuss that part of it.
Laurie?
I'm going to speak in favor of this based on the fact that here in Alberta, there's a lot of places. Even on my own farm, half of my farm, I can't even use my cell phone. The communication systems in Alberta, even though we're the wealthiest province in the country, are pathetic. How many times haven't you driven down a highway across Alberta and you lose cell phone reception or you can't get it? And these are on highways anywhere, and this is just cell phones. We keep boasting about how advanced we are in technology. They have better technology in third world countries than we have here in Alberta. I just talked to some producers in BC, and they said, well, what was the last thing that they'd give up in terms of technology? That would be their cell phone. Well, I says, I never use mine because it's useless. So I think I support this. It has to go beyond the high-speed internet, but this is a good step. Thank you.
Okay, further debate?
Mr. Chairman, Laura Keeney, Zone 9, I would like to speak for this. quite often we hear of new programs coming online or more information, and for further information, see this website and print the form out from there. So many of our producers are not able to access, and as such, have to make phone calls, get people to fax it to them, or go to their nearest office. Sometimes time is lost in the event that they aren't able to access these forms at a more expedient rate.
Okay, in favor? Mark?
I just wanted to speak for this. My kids have high-speed internet at the school, and the government hasn't required much more of them from. But once again, I want to point out it's us lobbying the government for this. We don't set government budgets. We don't set government laws. They do. It never hurts to ask. They can say no. They can say yes.
Okay. Any further debate? Then I would ask the mover to close debate. The mover is waving. Okay. Mover is waved. Debate is closed. All those in favor to Resolution 15. All those in favor. Raise your hand. Those opposed. The motion is carried.